The NBA is officially in a state of absolute chaos, and what just happened behind closed doors has left the entire basketball world completely speechless. If you think you know what's going on in these playoffs, you are completely blind to the real drama happening behind the scenes. Right now, the league's biggest superstars are losing control. Coaches are walking out, and massive conspiracies are being exposed that the front offices are desperately trying to scrub from the internet. The tension has been building for months, but nobody expected it to boil over quite like this, threatening to tear apart the very fabric of the league's most powerful franchises. Let's start with the absolute implosion happening in Los Angeles. The cameras showed LeBron James looking frustrated on the bench during the closing minutes of a brutal, season-defining loss. But what they didn't show you was the shouting match that took place in the tunnel immediately after the buzzer sounded. Rumors are circulating that the Lakers front office made a secret executive decision regarding the team's long-term roster and asset management that completely crossed the line for LeBron. Inside sources claim it got deeply personal, to the point where LeBron walked up to the microphone in his post-game press conference, looked directly at the reporters, and muttered two chilling words, "I'm done." He didn't take questions. He didn't look back. He just walked out, leaving the entire media room in dead silence. For months, people thought the Lakers would do whatever it takes to keep LeBron happy, but the reality is far darker. The team is already quietly shifting its future plans, looking to build a new powerhouse, and they might actually be willing to let LeBron walk away to do it. Imagine the greatest player of this generation being quietly pushed out the back door because of a dispute with management. It is an absolute embarrassment, and it signals that his legendary era in Los Angeles is officially over. The media has spent days trying to dissect those two words, arguing whether it means an immediate retirement, a demand for a trade, or simply total exhaustion with a front office that refused to build a competent championship contender around him. But the whispers from inside the organization suggest that the bridge has been completely burned, and there is no turning back. But while the Lakers are burning down, something even more terrifying is happening over in the Western Conference. Victor Wembanyama didn't just play a basketball game. He unleashed an absolute tsunami on the league, dropping over 40 points and grabbing more than 20 rebounds in a single. The LAYF game is something we haven't seen since the prime days of Shaquille O'Neal. The entire basketball world is in complete panic because nobody, absolutely nobody, expected this level of dominance so early in his career. The physical evolution of this kid is sending the NBA into total chaos. It has gotten so intense that even Shaquille O'Neal had to break his silence. Shaq reportedly issued a direct, dead serious warning to Wembanyama, telling him that the league will start targeting him if he keeps embarrassing veteran superstars like this. And if you watch the game tape closely, you can already see it happening. There are clips circulating online right now of referees making mind-boggling calls, almost as if they are actively trying to slow Wembanyama down to protect the old guard of the NBA. The league is terrified because if a 7'4" alien can shoot, dribble, and defend at an MVP level already, the current superstars become completely irrelevant overnight. Opposing coaches are reportedly holding emergency midnight meetings just to figure out how to stop him, with some executives anonymously complaining to the league office that his sheer physical measurements create an unfair advantage that is ruining the competitive balance of the sport. As if that wasn't enough drama, the Dallas Mavericks have just suffered the most shocking front office collapse in recent memory. Out of absolutely nowhere, reports broke that head coach Jason Kidd has walked out on the team. He didn't resign politely. He packed his bags and walked away in the middle of a playoff run. The official statements will tell you it was a mutual decision, but the street rumors paint a much uglier picture. Word on the inside is that a massive, heated argument broke out between Kidd and the front office regarding a secret trade discussion involving Luka Doncic. There are whispers that management was quietly exploring a blockbuster deal with the Lakers, and when Jason Kidd found out that his franchise player was being discussed behind his back, he lost it. he realized that the front office was ready to blow up the entire team for the right price. Kyrie Irving was reportedly left in absolute shock when he heard the news, and the locker room is completely fractured. You can't win a championship when your coach quits on you because the front office is playing chess with your favorite players. The fallout from this walkout is sent shockwaves through every corporate office in the league, as agents begin scrambling to protect their clients from a front office that has clearly gone rogue, prioritizing metrics and future draft picks over loyalty and locker room chemistry. This is the hidden reality of the NBA right now. Behind the flashy highlights and the polished interviews, there is a vicious war going on between the old legends who want to protect their legacy and the new generation that is ready to take over by force. Michael Jordan himself is rumored to be watching all of this play out with total amusement, reportedly telling close associates that today's stars don't have the mental toughness to survive the pressure when things get personal. When LeBron James says he's done, it's not just about one bad game. It's about a man who realizes the throne is slipping away, the league is moving on, and the new monsters like Wembanyama are coming to take everything he built. The younger generation doesn't respect the history anymore. They don't care about the championships won a decade ago. They want the spotlight, they want the endorsements, and they want to be the new faces of the league. This cultural shift has created an incredibly toxic environment where veteran players feel disrespected and young players feel invincible, leading to on-court altercations and social media feuds that are spiraling completely out of the league's control. As the playoffs march forward, the cracks in the system are becoming impossible to ignore. Teams that were considered locked-in championship favorites are collapsing under the weight of internal sabotage and hidden agendas. We are seeing star players actively ignoring their coaches on the sidelines, refusing to pass to teammates they suspect are leaking information to the media, and demanding trade clauses behind closed doors while smiling for the cameras during pre-game warm-ups. The sheer volume of deception is staggering, and it has turned the postseason into a high-stakes soap opera where the actual BSKTBLO feels like a sideshow to the real corporate warfare happening in the executive suites. Fans are starting to realize that the games they are watching are being heavily influenced by these backroom politics, creating a massive wave of distrust that the league is desperately trying to manage through tightly controlled public relations campaigns and strategic media leaks designed to distract from the real scandals. The next few weeks are going to change the landscape of basketball forever, and the front offices won't be able to hide the truth for much longer. Every single game now carries the weight of franchise-altering consequences, where a single missed shot or a bad coaching decision could result in a superstar demanding an immediate exit or a front office firing their entire staff overnight. The era of super teams and manufactured player empowerment is reaching its breaking point, and the resulting explosion is going to completely reshape the power dynamics of the league, whether LeBron James actually walks away for good or uses his leverage to force one final desperate trade to a rival contender remains to be seen. But one thing is absolutely certain: the NBA as we knew it is officially dead, and the chaotic new era has officially begun, leaving fans and analysts scrambling to pick up the pieces of a shattered basketball empire.